Hi everybody, it's Dad. Welcome back to my channel, Hey Dad, my reaction channel where I react to music suggested to me by my sons or by you. And come get a dad hug tonight before we react to some music. And tonight we're going to react to a request from one of you. And thank you for bearing with me as I improve my technology. I have a new mic tonight. I'm working on my setup, my background, and so forth. Anyway, tonight I'm going to react to my first request from one of you, from Emily. Emily, thank you for commenting on my reaction to the Doja Cat video, and you've requested that I do another video by Doja Cat called Need to Know. And so I pulled it up and let's see what it has to say. I have no idea how explicit this is going to get. Like I said in my last video, to parents my age, if you don't know, if you haven't listened to the top 50 hit list of pop music on YouTube, especially the explicit versions, if you haven't listened to the top 50, you don't know how explicit the culture has gotten past our generation. So I do that. Part of my dad job is a little bit of watchman on the wall, to watch the culture and to talk to people about it. Talk to my kids about it. What does it mean? I get it. I like culture. I like music. But let's talk about what it means. So anyway, I have no idea how explicit this video is going to get. I apologize in advance if it is explicit. I don't know if there's a difference between an explicit version or a clean version for this song. But this is the one I pulled up. So let's see what we have to listen to tonight. Doja Cat, Need to Know. Let's go.
Yeah, wanna know what it's like? Baby, show me what it's like. I don't really got no tights. I just wanna fuck all night. Yeah, yeah.
F-bomb, so it is explicit.
And we got a lot of time. Baby, come throw the pipe. Gotta know what it's like. Yeah, yeah. Oh, baby, I need to know. What's your size? Add, subtract, divide. Daddy don't throw no curves. Hold up, I'm going wide. We could just start at 10. Then we could go to 5. I don't play with my pen. I mean what I write. Yeah, yeah. Whoa.
So she can't help but be sexual. Well, you know, the production values, of course, are great on this video. She's a talented artist, good singer, good production values, quite a crew with her, good singer. So, of course, it's at the top of the pop charts, perhaps, and that's what pop chart success is made of. But it's pretty explicit so far. I'm gonna let it play out for a little bit, and let's let it see how explicit we're gonna go.
Schedule. I got a lot of new tricks for you, baby. Just saying I'm flexible. I do what it can to get you off. Might just fucking with my makeup on. Eat it like I need the apron on. Eat it till I need to change my tone. We can do it, take your favorite song. Take a ride into the danger zone. You know my nigga be bugging me. I just be wondering if you can fuck with me better. Itching for me like an ugly sweater. Need it in me like a chucking each other. I need to know. Wanna know what it's like? Baby, show me what it's like. I don't really got no tights. I just wanna fuck all night, yeah, yeah. Oh, baby, I need to know. I just been fantasizing, and we got a lot of time. Baby, come throw the pipe. Gotta know what it's like, yeah, yeah. Oh, baby, I need to know. You're exciting, boy, come find me. Could he try? Most likely. Trying to see if you can handle the sass. Probably give his ass a panic attack. Sorry if I gave a random erection. Probably thinking I'm a telekinetic. Oh, wait, you a fan of the magic? Poof, pussy like an Alakazam. I heard from a a friend of a friend.
Does every pop song in America need to have the P word in it now? I'm dad. I'm not going to be explicit. You know what the P word is. You just heard it. Does every song in America have to have the P word in it now? Seems like it. I hear it on the radio a lot.
That dick was a 10 out of 10. I can't stand it, just one night, man. Drink with the drink, give me a sip. Tell me what you can, give me the dick. Spank me, slap me, choke me, bite me. Wait, I can take it, give a fuck about what your wife is saying. Wanna know what it's like? Baby, show me what it's like. I don't really got no tights. I just wanna fuck all night, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Baby, I need to know. I just been fantasizing, and we got a lot of time. Baby, come throw the pipe. Gotta know what it's like, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Baby, I need to know.
Okay, and that's the song. Let's talk about it. So Emily, you asked me to react to this song, and let me react to it a little bit. You saw me nodding my head along with it. I like pop music. I like the beat. Talented singer, good production values, attractive people. What's not to like, right? What's not to like, Emily? I know why you probably like this song. You know what I would say as dad reacting to this song? What I would say to my kids, what I would say to you is, you know what, guys? You didn't invent sex. You didn't invent sex. My generation knew about it. My generation didn't invent sex. Our parents' generation knew about it, right? That's how I'm alive. You didn't invent sex. I didn't invent sex. People before me didn't invent sex. Been around a long time. What's new is that we didn't talk about it explicitly in public. Question is that a good thing for our culture that your generation does talk about it explicitly in public? I don't know if this song gets radio airplay. Does it just get serious airplay? Spotify, iHeartRadio. Where do you hear this music, by the way? Tell me in the comments where you listen to music like this. I doubt it gets radio airplay without being beeped. What did I hear there? I heard F-bombs. I heard the P word. It seems to be in every song now. Heard the N word. It's in all the rap songs. None of those are words that I use. I'm dad. I don't use those words. Don't use them in public. Don't use them in private. So, the question is, for people my age and for your generation is it a good thing for our culture that the culture is coarser now than it was when I grew up? I've been listening to pop music since the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, now 2021. I listen to pop music. I got Sirius Radio. I got Sirius Hits 1 on the radio in my car as I drive. I like pop music. I like to be entertained. But my generation understood what coarsening meant. That if our culture was coarser, was that a good thing or a bad thing? It's certainly coarser than it was when I was listening in the 60s to Jefferson Airplane or Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. When I was listening to 70s to disco, when I was listening to 80s to 80s music, 90s, this music is way coarser, way more explicit about things you didn't invent, but you talk about. Is that a good thing? What age group does it go down to that hears this explicit talk? Who listens? Do you hear it on TikTok? Do you hear it? Where do you hear it? Is it 10-year-olds that hear this? Is it 13-year-olds that hear this? They need to hear the F-bomb. They need to hear the P word. They need to hear about throwing pipe. Can you throw pipe? I know what that means. You know what that means? Does a 10-year-old need to know what that means? Yeah, I know I'm a buzzkill. That's what dads are. Especially with daughters and my granddaughter. As I'm sitting here, been with my granddaughter today. When she's growing up, does she need this song on her playlist? And well, at some point in her life, maybe. Not way into her life. So, that's my reaction to the song. It's going to be my reaction to a lot of pop songs as we go. Is that it's going to be a dual reaction. I understand it as a song. She's a talented singer. She's attractive. Got a high production value on the video. I get it. I like that. Nod my head along as I listen. But I got a dual reaction. My dual reaction is the culture is much coarser than it was. Think about that word, coarser. You know, I don't know if you do any hobby work and you have, if you've ever worked with sandpaper and you have fine sandpaper and you have coarser and coarser grades of sandpaper till you have just, you know, rough grit sandpaper that tears off the wood grain of what you're sanding. Coarser, the rougher it gets. Our culture is coarser now than it was when I grew up. And you talk more explicitly about things in public that we ever dreamed of talking about in public in my generation. Moms and dads, do you know what your kids are listening to? This is one example of that song. Emily, thank you for recommending the song. Glad to listen to it, of course. I benefit from these songs whether I like them or not. And would I go out and buy this song? No, I wouldn't go out and buy this song. Would I download this song? No, I wouldn't go out and download this song just because I'm my generation. And I'm not listening to music this explicit. I get it. I get it why you buy it. But think about that. Is our culture better because the P word is now said openly in public? This is Dad. Thank you for bearing with me as I'm growing the channel. Please consider subscribing if you like this kind of video content from Dad. Like if you like the content, hit like. That helps me out on the channel as I'm growing. I appreciate your comments. I've been enjoying your comments as I'm starting out. You've helped me. I've got some insight from those comments. Thank you for leaving comments. So like, subscribe, comment, turn on the notification bell. You know how it works. And I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for recommending this, Emily, and please recommend me more. Thank you. This is Dad.